In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 reasons that we love Disneyland. But do we love them the same reasons as you? I don't know. Stay tuned and find out.
Now, Disneyland is wonderful. I'm sure that you agree because you're here watching these videos with us, but there's a lot of hate going around online for Disney, right? Now, we understand Disneyland is not a perfect place, right? There's things that we think that Disney could do to fix themselves up, but we're not a channel about hate, right? We just want to spread the reasons that we love Disneyland.
Yeah.
Why do we keep going back over and over again instead of going to other theme parks? Why do we spend so much money there? Without further ado, let's jump in and find out exactly why we love Disney the way that we do.
So first off, the theming. So the theming of Disneyland, the different unique themes of Disneyland are just attractive to most people that go back to Disneyland. That starting at Main Street, seeing the castle off in the distance, that forced perspective that makes the castle look a little bit bigger than it does. The different themes, the Adventureland and all the different, like Tomorrowland, all the different lands. I don't know, it feels like there's something there for everyone. So theming is a major portion of the reason that we love Disneyland.
And especially compared to other theme parks,
Yeah.
it's just rides. But Disneyland is so much more. It's a whole interactive experience that kind of feels like you're transported somewhere else. The theming is top notch, and if you've been there, you know exactly what we're talking about. Next up on the list is the rides. Now, of course, Disneyland is not the place you want to go to if you're just looking for thrill rides. But if you're looking for something for the whole family, Disney has you covered. They've got rides for small kids, they've got rides for families, they've got some thrill rides for people that are just adrenaline junkies, right?
Yep.
There's a little bit of everything. But again, going back to some of that theming, that's what sets their rides apart. You look at something like Indiana Jones, you look at something like Rise of the Resistance, the storytelling and the immersive experiences with those rides make them rival the biggest thrill rides you can find at any other theme parks.
Okay, next up, for a reason that we love Disney, and of course, just like everybody that watches is probably going to agree, the nostalgia. Whether that's nostalgia for Walt Disney's movies that have been created over the years, Disneyland itself, going there as a child, just hearing the music, if you love music, and it just kind of takes you back, and sometimes just the smells and just everything about it, kind of all of it's nostalgic. And like, what other place kind of gives you permission to become a kid again? When you go to Disneyland, no one's expecting you to be the most mature person walking around, not being excited to see Mickey Mouse, or I don't know. There's something just special about it. Maybe it's just also being an adult and seeing the kids' reaction, and it just takes you back. Whether you've been to Disneyland before as a kid or not. I didn't actually get to experience it as a kid. It was like way later in life, like 18, 19, 20. And I thought it just kind of blew me away, and it kind of made me wish that I could have gone as a younger child. But just being there and, just kind of that presence of it all, the nostalgia, just kind of taking you back.
Kind of to tag on to the nostalgia thing, the history behind the park, I think, is something that fascinates me. Just to be there and walk in the same areas that Walt himself used to be in, to go into Walt's apartment. There's lots of those little touches you can see from somebody that's had such a huge impact on pop culture, and just to kind of be in that environment, and where some of it's exactly like it was when it opened back in the 50s. So kind of that throwback to the history. I like that aspect of the nostalgia as well.
Going with that too, the history, like just kind of knowing Walt's history itself too, just kind of how Disneyland came out and how many people actually did not believe in him for this to happen. And look at it now, 100 years later, which is crazy. It's still, there, it's still developing, it's still not finished, just the way Walt said when everybody told him, this is nuts, you're never going to make any money off this, you're never going to be successful, and then he showed all of them up. Another reason why we love Disneyland is the unique foods. Now, I'm not saying this is some 5-star major cuisine, but it's very unique. The people that work behind the scenes to make these foods possible are creative, and that's kind of what we see a lot of in Disneyland is creative, unique things. Whether that's a different kind of churro, it's still a churro, it's just a unique twist on the churro, or the pickle corn dog, for crying out loud. What in the world is that? And it's delicious. He doesn't like it, but I love it. Just things like that. Finding out there's a new snack to try. There's just something new to see. Every time we go back to Disneyland, there's some new food that I have to have or have to try because it blows my mind. It could be super simple. It could be like, it's a bread bowl cone and there's mac and cheese in it and there's bacon and other stuff like that. That sounds awesome. When you could just be making craft at home, that sounds terribly boring. If you're in Disneyland and you want to experience something different, they have very unique foods for you to try.
Before we get to the last reason on our list, I just want to take a quick moment here to ask you guys to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already.
Right there.
We love to bring you guys Disneyland content and other theme parks, right?
Yep.
We're experiencing new theme parks we've never been to before. We're going to Disneyland and sharing our experiences with you so we can help you plan your next magical vacation. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Okay, now for the number one thing on the list, the best thing about Disneyland by far, it's not even close, it's the cast members.
Yeah.
Right, and it's, if you've been to Disneyland before, you know exactly what we're talking about. The service at Disneyland is unrivaled at any theme park. The cast members just blow it out of the water in the best way possible. They go above and beyond because Walt had very specific things in mind when it comes to guest experiences. And he wanted to make sure that every person that spends their hard-earned money to go to Disney has the best experience you can. You know, we go to Disneyland and we complain about the prices for things, but we end up leaving there wanting to go back because of the way that the cast members make you feel. They transport you to another world, and really, that's what makes it stand out.
Maybe the next time you're there, make sure you thank a cast member for their hard work. Even if they told you you're not tall enough to get on that ride, just smile and say, okay, thanks, cast member.
Now, those are our 5 reasons why we absolutely love Disneyland. Of course, like we said earlier, there's plenty of things you can complain about, but we're not about sharing hate here. We want to talk about great things. We want to make people feel good, build a fun community. So we want to know, what are your top 5 reasons that you love to go to Disneyland? Do you share some of our same ideas, or do you have something completely different? Either way, give us that list and we'll make sure to respond to you in the comments section. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future Disneyland content. We got lots of fun stuff coming your way, but wanted to wrap things up like we always do and say,
thanks for watching.